Yeah, like I said, I don't have high hopes for Millenium on this one.
Yeah, the question you've also got to ask yourself then, that yes, their teamwork wasn't exactly up to par when they played against 3 old dogs or 3 old men. Why do I keep saying dogs? But I don't know why, I've just got that in my head. But then the question is, do you think the caliber of player is going to be slightly different? You know, going up Fox, Faz, and Noctis, such huge recognized names. Now they're going to be coming up against, you know, AKM, Landfoist, and crew, who don't necessarily have the same level of competitive tournament experience.
I mean, when it comes down to like a finals like this, as you said, the experience does come in a little bit, being able to keep yourself calm, being able to keep your nerves. But then again, I wonder how much of the how much of the lack of team play that they have actually frustrate them. I mean, to me, that would be rather frustrating to actually know that that problem exists. And you know, as much as we say experience, I don't think this is something that they've experienced before. Definitely practicing up towards the tournament, they should have had loads of practice together, but I think it's really shining through the lack of teamwork that they've had thus far. Now, you know, in the end, though, I'm just going to say that I do feel ADK have got a little bit more in their favor to take this one, unless Millenium have changed it up a little bit and are working together more as a team.
Yeah, it is very, very true. This map is also going to shine through in that because of the fact that you've got those open spaces and you need to have the crossfire, you need to have the coordination from all of your players on the central location to be able to pick anything up, pick up any rounds at least. And you can see we are waiting for a couple of players to filter into this game, to filter into the match. And while we wait for that, I am going to throw up another advert break, and hopefully when we're back we'll be live with the game. That is the hope anyway. We do see Cypher is connected, Landfoist, Crew, and AKM. So once again, waiting for Avec and Strengths. Whatever is being installed, whatever hardware is being set up or changed, for whatever reason, it's causing
G11, man.
Yeah, definitely. Causing headaches.
Converters for it, you need like power phases, you need the works.
Sorry about that.
By the way, quick question. Did you see the players set up on stage?
They did, yes. Well, they were starting.
Did you see them?
Yes. They were literally starting.
See them. There were girls on the stage. I literally did not notice them setting up at all.
Touché, touché.
I had to tell myself, literally, like, look for a moment, and I saw there was actually guys on stage working, like, under the tables and stuff. Like, I honestly didn't notice that until I forced myself to look away.
Well, fair enough. It's a pretty distracting little... it's a distraction.
I'm not going to say distracting.
That's a better word.
It's eye candy.
So
but I like eye candy.
Who doesn't?
I'm not diabetic.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? This is, of course, the second last game of the evening, guys. We are busy watching, of course, Millenium take on ADK, or we're waiting for that to take place. And then the following game is going to be 3 old men taking on... who are their counterparts? It will be against... Cologne, CU1 LAN, Warping Nuggets. Colwyn, there we go. So, looking forward to these games, looking forward to these last couple of matches. It's been a fairly long day. Been streaming for the better part of the last 7.5 hours. And it's been pretty non-stop, eh? Been pretty non-stop.
It's standard. Go to an Epic LAN where you do about at least 10 hours a day.
Yeah, that's
then
not
it's
too bad.
fun,
well, most of the class that I've been involved in so far as the League of Legends thing goes, 11 to 13 hours is my record.
Yeah.
So they run forever. Just trying to think, the weekly Sunday Cup starts at 2 p.m. and they normally finish around 1 a.m. So what's that? Yeah, 11 hours straight. It's
and then how fantastic does your throat feel afterwards?
Believe it or not bad. But I've been talking a lot of crap for many, many years, so I'm quite well trained.
I was about to say, I mean, you're not one to usually keep quiet.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's not Dennis, keep his head out the window in the back of the car or something along those lines, then you're usually vocal about something.
So Mr. Glasses and Mr. Beard are back for the second last match of the evening.
Jackets.
They both have jackets now, so I'm not involved in this particular discussion anymore, as I don't wear.
To myself.
There we go.
That's pretty standard too.
So we're just waiting now for the last players to connect. Once again, whatever reason, something is up. Something. It might even just be like a Polish keyboard or something being installed on French XP that's causing the headaches for Avec. But every time he has tried to play, there has been a small delay at the very beginning of the game. And now we
So
just
yes,
wait.
while we're at this point, I do feel it is important that we do once again just a little shout out to the sponsors, guys, for this event: BenQ, Ubisoft, Duke's Video, LDLC.com. You know, all those guys. Just go show them a little bit of love, even if you go check out their websites. Maybe there's something you like. You never know. I would massively recommend, if I may, a little personal one here, the new BenQ monitors are ridiculous. The XL2420s are just, I mean, people say 120 hertz screen, oh, what does that really change? You know, refresh rates aren't that much difference. I don't know what I would do if I had to go back to something like 75 or 60 hertz. It's just one of those weird things in life that you don't realize how much you actually like it until you have it. So yeah, give it a try, guys. Go check out the sponsors there. I'm pretty sure they would enjoy it as much as I would know you guys would enjoy checking out the sponsors.
And of course, there we go. You can see it on stream. Strengths and Avic now being set up and being configured and connected. And of course, on the topic of the sponsors, this is the Cyber Athlete Summit. So you can head over to cybsum.com. Just throw some traffic that way, you know, throw some bumps, some hits, check out a couple of the different pages, poke through it for, you know, 2 or 3 minutes, because of course without doing that, the sponsors don't really know just how effective it is. They only really care about the numbers at the end of the day. See, sadly.
Yeah, I was about to say, we enjoy this emotionally and they enjoy it statistically.
Correct.
So we have to kind of just make the transition to make them understand, oh, we'll give you your numbers if you give us our happiness.
Exactly. That is how it works.
I think I've cracked the equation here.
You're going to put it down into mathematical formula.
Oh, man, I need to go Reddit this. Wow.
Mathematical formula. That's what you need to look for.
Well, okay, wait. I need to throw this one in, right? I read in the news there was a woman who had a PhD in mathematics, has a PhD in mathematics. She figured out an equation for the lotto, right? And I was like, okay, whatever. You can't figure out an equation for the lotto. Until I heard she'd won it 4 times. Now I'm like, that's a little bit more convincing that she's actually won it 4 times.
Do you know her telephone number?
I don't.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure she'll take a bribe of a couple millions, though. But yeah, that I thought was that must have been an equation that wasn't too easy.
Oh, I do hear some additional game sounds. More shots being fired. So with some luck, this game will be getting underway. Millenium facing off against ADK. ADK in the background on the left-hand side there. We've seen earlier Lincoln, who we believe is Winds's brother, AKM, facing off and putting some decent damage down, putting some decent pressure. But unfortunately not enough to take out Colwyn. And Colwyn will be facing off against 3 old dogs in the grand final. So a couple of really, really epic Quake names facing off in this match and the one that follows. And what do you think of Shoot Mania so far? I mean, what do you think? Competitive potential? It's different.
I have my reserved opinions about it, purely from playing it last night. I think it's got a great start, right? The idea's there, the concept's there, it's proven to work. To me, it's just a little bit about, for me, personal feel. It's the only reason I don't like it, is the way it feels to me. You know how COD 4 is, you know, the quick response of the mouse, you know, if you move your mouse right, it instantly moves right. And to me, there just feels like a little bit of lag when I work with Shoot Mania. I'm pretty sure it's going to be overcome, or it's maybe just a setting I've missed out on. I've only played 3 games. I will add that in there, so my opinion is not very validated, I feel. But to me right now, it just feels a bit sluggish, but I'm still going to go play around with it a bit. As I say, the idea's there, the concept's there, it's proven to work, and it seems fun.
And of course, you've got to remember as well, this is technically the 3rd alpha build of the game. So, you know, we haven't even hit the beta phase, we haven't even hit public beta, and we know that Nadeo from their previous titles, Trackmania for example, they really, really are all about the community. You know, they listen to their players, they listen to their competitive players, and they make changes and updates based on the people that actually play their game. And that says a lot about a company that's willing to do that. And, you know, if of course there are, if of course they're going to carry on to continue this sort of level of support and keep putting in the focuses and the changes that players want, you know, there's the potential for a new maybe dual or new team-based FPS, but, you know, at the moment, Counter-Strike Global Offensive is coming out. Quake Live is there, it's still available, just nobody's playing it. And there's no tournaments around it, so unless Nadeo actually support the scene like Riot Games has done with League of Legends, I don't know if there's room for another huge esport title. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough. But then again, it's one of those, like, if it's good enough, it will stand its own ground. So, I mean, if it's one of those things that, as much as we say, yeah, it's got to have the support of the community and everything like that, if the game's good enough, it will build itself. I mean, if we look at something like CS 1.6, which was kind of just like a Half-Life thing, and then it just, you know, it stood on its own 2 feet and built itself up. I mean, back then, they didn't really have the support of, you know, the developers and things like that, whereas StarCraft 2 now, people like Dustin Bowder, one of the actual game developers, sits in the crowd at MLG and watches it and gets completely emotional and stuff, and as soon as he hears feedback, he takes it back and he works on it like that week. So, yeah, I do feel community support is a big thing. Definitely so. Developer support, also a big thing. But if the game's good enough, it'll build itself. But I do also agree with your point when you say there's a lot of big esports titles at the moment, and I don't want to have this where we're just like too thinned out, like it's too much.
Yeah, exactly. Too many titles, not enough players, not enough focus.
Exactly.
So we're going to see, you know, we got to keep an eye on it. I mean, if Nadir is going to continue to support it and keep putting money into it, then there's definitely going to be interest from organizations and from players. And if there's developer support, it really goes a long way. League of Legends is the perfect example of that. Nobody gave the game the time of day. Nobody gave the game credit at all. And it was just compliments of the support from Riot Games that pushed it further and further and further, and now it's quite possibly the biggest MOBA title available. But as we've been waffling all about this, the warm-up counter has now moved all the way down, and the Castle map number 1 in the 3rd, 4th place playoff is going to be featured, and Strengths, who has just connected, he was the last member to connect, without any warm-up time, has now been thrown into the deep end, required to dive forward, required to go 1 versus 3 in this attacking round and see if he can get Millenium on the scoreboard. Moving up on the high ground now, he's got himself up in the back center of the map. As I say, that drops all the way down, jumps over, misses his first shot against Cruz, so Cruz is going to be able to reposition himself. Who's thinking about a second shot, manages to get it, the flick shot there onto Landfoist. Removes him. Maybe that's Landfist now, in fact, F1ST. So Landfist has now been removed. Maybe that's what the actual name is. He's been listening on the English stream. AKM and Crew, the last guy standing. And jump across. They try to line up the shot. Beautiful shot into Crew in the background. 1 versus 2. Makes it 1v1. AKM's the last man standing. Gonna start capturing this point. 1 rocket shot lands. 2nd rocket shot lands. Is able to capture the point. And Strengths goes huge after connecting late to the game.
Yeah, that one was really good. I mean, we know what Strength was like from the previous rounds we've seen him on attack, but that was really just something exceptional coming out. He stayed so calm. It's incredible. He just kept, like, he runs up to the point and he's just like, he waits for the shot. And then as soon as he takes that shot and the opponent knew his railgun had to reload, you know, all Strength did was dodge. All he had to do was dodge 2 of them. He dodged most of them and was able to capture the point. And it just seemed like he made it look so easy in the end. Either way, that is now the chance of AKM from Team ADK. As he does make his way through mid. He knows there's a player behind him towards his own spawn, but unfortunately those non-shoot-through fences are preventing any of his rounds actually connecting with that player. And finally moving down. He's lost 2 points of health. Strengths playing very aggressively. Can Strengths land 1 more? No, he can't. He's actually taken out by AKM. The goal is now activated and he can make his way up to that point. He has got 2 more players in front of him. It is Cypher and Avic. And final shot there coming in from Cypher. Nice one for him to close it off. And that'll push it up to 2-0.
So nicely done. Good start for Millenium so far. It's about the best opening you can ask for, because of course you do need that 2-point lead in order to be victorious in the game. So 2-0 at the moment. Now it's going to be on Cypher's head. Can he replicate the success that Strengths had? Super aggression coming out. That's 1 shot has already landed. He's managed to pick up a kill onto AKM. Managed to jump up onto the high ground now, falling back. 2 points of armor, 1 point of armor, and dead. And super aggression from ADK. Throwing out the taunts as well. Not afraid to go toe-to-toe with the Quake Legends of Millenium.
I was about to say. But that, I mean, immediately, to me, prompts something. Try it out yourself. Why do Millenium not give it a go and just say, right, guys, let's just absolutely gun it down there and, you know, see if they can actually have a taste of their own medicine. Doesn't seem like it's going to go that way. It looks like they're rather going to stick to what they feel they're best at. And, you know, fairly enough so. They've actually got a 1-round lead at the moment. Of course, if they win this round, they're back up to 2-round lead. And I mean, in the proper game type, that's probably the smarter thing to do. It is the smarter thing to do. As much as you want to take the risks and actually, you know, try and rub it back in your opponent's face, you want to play this one to win it. So we have seen that Strength has gone down earlier on. He's been the aggressor so far, actually pushing forward nearly every round so far. We do see that Crow has actually tried to peek up there on the far right-hand side of the capture point. Doesn't actually connect with anything before making his way up to the front point. And two shots quickly connect. The defenders win it. There was no chance for him to capture that one. And only actually snuck in 8% captured.
Yeah, so 8% not going to be enough to be victorious. That's 3-1 now in favor of Millenium. And keep their 2-point lead. And as long as they can maintain that 2-point lead, getting away up to 6 points will secure map number 1. And Avik is now the one that's on the attack. The Polish Quake player running around. He's got this laser rifle up, and we've seen Millenium over and over and over using this high ground. Moving into the map, then going up into the high ground. And the previous game we watched, everyone was focused on that center map. There goes that sprint boost. Moving all the way up, dropping down now off that high ground into the center of the map, which is where we've seen most of the action from previous games. Going close range, missing the shot, unfortunately. All the rockets are expended, but none of them hitting thus far. Very close range, he's lost 1 point of armor. Bounced up compliments of the splash damage, lands a shot there into the left leg of that Crew. That's going to shut him down. Landfist now in the background, he gets taken out as well. And this looks like Avik or broke, 10 seconds on the clock. He has only AKM to find, but AKM is the danger man on behalf of ADK. Going to be dodging lands. One rocket, second rocket to the head. Great aim, and ADK really going big.
Yeah, there was quite a good run for them to bring that one back. I did think that Avik was going to take it there towards the end. He seemed pretty posed for it, but as soon as he let off his round, and I mean, he has to wait for his gun to reload. And the guy who's going up against still had all 3 of his rockets available to him. It's kind of one of those, like, it just signaled the end for me. And now we have got Landfist here. He's going to be going up against, once again, I can't stop saying Cypher, Avik, and Strength. To me, it's like such an honor to be able to commentate these guys. They are so well known in the esports scene. Now we do see 20 seconds left on the clock. Landfish is casually standing still. He's got not a care in the world. I mean, it's not like he does need to try and attack that capture point or try and take out the players. Is making his way up the right-hand side. If Strength is still up to his usual shenanigans, he will actually be behind Landfist at this point in time. But looks like Strength is hiding away from us. Oh, there he is. He's just actually popped out the front of a Landfist. Landfist now hugging this wall, trying to get something. He's taken 2 hits. Can the third one land from Strength? I believe so. 80k goes down. And that'll mean that it's up to 4-2 in favor of Millenium.
And there we go, 2-point lead, pulling it up from the beginning. 2 more rounds, that's going to secure the castle, and it's going to push us over to map number 2, which will be Collided, if I recall correctly. But now I've got to see exactly what happens in this round, because Strengths is once again on the attack. This is attacking round number 2. He pulled off a great 3-man in the first round. Is he going to be able to do it again? That is the question. I think he actually captured the point in the first round, if I recall correctly. Going to have to try think back about that one. But now we're going to see how this goes around. Strengths now manages to pick up that first kill there onto AKM. Landfist and Crew are the next ones to be found. Fortunately, not managing to land any following shots at the moment. He's going to keep looking on the left-hand side. There's Leon, one to the face, bounces him all the way backwards. The splash is really, really effective in this game. Strengths is now 1 versus 2, 8 seconds on the clock to try and cap. Only 2 points of armor available, 1 point of armor available. Is he going to be able to conclude? He lands the railgun shot before Crew finishes him off. And that is going to be the round in favor of ADK. So 4-3 on the scoreboard.
4-3, luckily for the Millenium side, they have kind of got that break point to their favor. So I mean, if they win this round once again, they will be back up to a... Sorry, if they lose this round... No, I lie. If they win this round, they'll be back up to their 2-round split once more. It is AKM on attack early on. He does actually get tagged up, but has taken out Strength for his troubles. Now the last 2 players for Millenium working very well together on that platform to make sure that AKM doesn't actually make his way up onto the point. Now, slowly moving forward, we do see Millenium not actually giving it too much away. They don't want to risk really anything right now. AKM does take another shot. Armor down to only 1 point. Now trying to make his way up to this point here. Ooh, he nearly misses the jump. Goes all the way down to the bottom floor. And with the goal cap now being opened up, he really wants to try and get onto that platform, although he'll more than likely be denied here by Cypher and Avic working together, just absolutely gunning down the rockets. Oh, can he get on the point 60% before being taken down? And that'll mean that Avic just clinches that round for his team, pushes it back up to 5-3.
But that was way closer than you would have anticipated. Yeah. I mean, really leaving it till the last milliseconds to actually secure the victory. But that's all that matters. It doesn't matter how close it goes. As long as you get the round on the board, that's what matters. So now it's up to Cypher. Can he close this out for his team, or is he going to leave it down to the last defensive round? Because, of course, if he wins, if he loses this round and they don't win the next one, then that's going to go to, you know, a 7-5 situation where you have to get that 2-point lead. So Cypher jumps up. This is where we've seen, I think, Avic dropped down the previous round when he was casting and you can all playing. And you can see left-hand side, right-hand side. There goes that sprint boost jump, making it all the way across. And that beautiful hit scan, flying through the air at breakneck speed, flicks over to the left-hand side, 90 degrees, and says, please sleep. I'm not interested in dealing with you right now. Now he's up on the flag as two members of ADK to find Landforce and AKM, taking one hit to the face already. Point can be captured. Second point to the face, trying to capture. Unfortunately, not able to pick up that kill. So the Rockets secure the kill onto Cypher. And now we're just going to see whether or not they can win it on this defensive round.
Yeah, now it's the big one for them. Putting all the pressure here onto this round for them. It is going to be, I believe that is Mr. Crow for Team ADK. Can Millenium hold this one back for the win? They more than likely want to. They more than likely want it. And with so many rockets flying into this direction, the rockets sound more awesome than anything. We will we'll be reminded that there's only 15 seconds here left on the clock for Crow to make his way all the way up to that capture point. Strength being a little bit aggressive, but not too much. He's actually staying on the point. I believe he's switched out with one of the other players to for that aggressive role. And now we'll see Millenium being pressured here on this point. Cypher comes in to join them. Rockets flying everywhere. He is able to take out Cypher. Does take a shot. Oh, and as that point gets counted up, he gets taken out. The point being stopped at 92%. My word, Strength's coming in for that final shot. Fantastic stuff from him there to get the round to take it to 4-6. And that means a Millenium the first map point.
So really, really nicely done. You could hear in the background the audience lost their minds, yelling and screaming at that. And look at there at the moment. MVP definitely going to Strength. 7 points or 7 hits on defense, 1 on attack, winning 3 of those 6 rounds alone. 3 of those 6 rounds alone. So really nicely done. So now we switched over to Collided. Collided is going to be the next map. And I think this favors Millenium once again. You know, they've got those close range rockets. They've got those halls that they can play down. But if we see ADK playing a bit more aggressively, then we're going to see that's going to be interesting.
I want Avic to play a little bit more close range. He's been playing very long range. And, I mean, his Quake lifestyle was very... I mean, he was not afraid to get up into anyone's face. I really want to see that again from him coming out into this game. I don't want him to change up his style. It's Avic. So, yeah, want to see Avic maybe play a little bit more aggressively, a little bit more up and close into their face. And then, I mean, I have no doubt that this will go into their favor if they play it right. But as you said, AKM, big man there as he's up first, actually going for the attack. And like we said, this map has got the objective off to the off to the left-hand side, and the middle of the map is very much contested, very much played for. And this game, this map really does push for the combat aspect rather than the objective aspect. Now we do see AKM making his way up past the right-hand side. There is that electrical fence off to his right-hand side. Has already taken 1-2 hits before shutting down Cypher. And no doubt that Millenium will be happy with this result so far. Oh, rocket coming through the doorway. And was that Strength? Strength's nailing that last rocket to shut down AKM. It's such like a blow to the face. Like he's like, I'm just going to just peek around this corner.
Prediction rocket from all the way down at the capture point. Just tossing them out, shooting them down the common positioning. And exactly like you said, Strengths being at the top of the list for Millenium means he gets to attack first on their behalf. In 2 rounds' time, it will be Avic's turn. But right now, it's on the Frenchman to take out his fellow countrymen. We're only sitting 1-0 up, dodging all of those rockets. They've been fired pretty closely together as well, actually. So, a lot of room for error. If you get hit by 1, there's the potential of being followed up by additional damage. Manages to jump over the wall, misses that lightning gun shot, though lands the second one. And it's going to be the first kill on the board. Strength's going with a full 360. He wants to dance, and a beautiful shot there onto AKM. Millimeters of target, but he manages to secure it, manages to land it just to the left-hand side. There you see the character model jumping up in between those small gaps, and just too easy for Strengths. Too easy, that little flick up into the top corner.
I was about to say, you're actually giving away the round like that, or you're giving away the free kill if you try and jump out from behind the thing. You've got to stay on the ground. You can't let your character model just float into the air and become the predictive thing that Strengths can so easily pick out of the sky. Now, Crow's your man that's going to be going up first. He has actually taken a rocket early on, and I kind of want to say it's like an FPS game when you get taken out by the early nade. It's just one of those things that it's so avoidable. They really just got to watch out for it in the end. The crossfire, absolutely phenomenal from Millenium though, and they've actually taken off 2 points of armor here from Crow, and there really wasn't much confrontation. He has actually taken out Avic with a lovely little flick shot towards his rear sight, but Cypher coming in from behind, and that'll be Millenium closing off the round, taking it to 3-0.
Yeah, the crossfire, they're exactly like you mentioned, coming in from two different locations almost simultaneously. You know, every single time they were firing it off from different positions on the map, there was always the rockets coming in from two different directions, and it makes it so hard to deal with. So difficult. So we're going to see now the rounds flicks around, and Cypher is now on the attack. He has that railgun in hand. Crew playing super aggressively, immediately shut down. Now we see Landfist. He's running back as quickly as he can. Beautiful flick there from Cypher. This looks like Quake strafe running there. Moving all the way through those archers. 1v1, 3 points of armor. And he's got the Insta-Gib rifle. I'd be scared if I were AKM. AKM's been good, but I don't know if he's going to be able to take Cypher out. He does land the first shot. Very nicely dodged there from Cypher on the second rocket though, and just too easy. Cypher never panicked, never looked stressed in that round.
Absolutely running over the opponents right now. I mean, 4 rounds in the lead. They literally need 2 more and they win it. The next round is a defensive round for them, which has been going so well with their crossfire rockets. And I mean, at this rate, I mean, could we see like a sub 10-minute match? Just be, I mean, it'll be pretty neat, if anything. Now we have got Landfist. He's going to be up here for ADK. Going to see what his luck is like for these crossfire rockets as he tries to make his way up onto the platform. Does take a hit early on already. More rockets coming in from the sides. Got to be careful. Again, these rockets are just so superb from Millenium. They obviously have been practicing this one. And trying to make his way through mid. He has spotted Strengths off to his left-hand side. Looks like he wants to go and challenge. Misses the shot. More rockets coming in from behind. He's got to be very careful about those. There's not actually any players on that cap point, and it's being made available in a second. They've got to be careful. Loads of rockets coming in, actually pushing him off the point. He grabs the frag with 88% on that cap point. Millenium deny him, and that pushes it up to 5-0. And with the final, I mean, well, Strengths now up for the first round again. It's his second chance here in round 6. Sorry, I like Avic.
Well, is this going to be a clean sweep? That is the question. 5-0 up. This is potentially going to be a 6-0, and I think that might be the first time today. If it actually happens, Avic, though, eats a rocket very early on, so he's going to have to play this range game to his advantage. And that's going to have to see whether or not this actually plays out successfully. He has not managed to secure any kills just yet. Fired off 2 shots. Trying to set it up right now. Avic at the moment in a little bit of a weird position, up super close, manages to pick up 1 kill before being shut down, then puts LDLC on the board. But 5-1 up, they are doing really well.
Yeah, I mean, we see that now where that comes through, and with that round out the way, they're on a defensive round, and we've been seeing how well they've been doing on defense. I mean, you can't talk enough praise about this on defense now on this map. So we'll see how they're going to try and play this one out to close off the second map here, which puts them up a lovely 2-0. And no doubt they'll be more than ecstatic with that one. Once again, these crossfire rockets coming through. AKM deciding to screw all this. Dodges everything, runs all the way through, takes out Cypher, flies through. He has spotted Avic, is going to try and peek around there. Lovely flick shot there to take him out. And now Strengths there absolutely runs over Millenium to close off the round. That puts it on to 5-2. And just wow, because now ADK going back onto defense, if they hold this one off, you know, it's just slowly creeping back up.
Yep, so true. Excellent aim, excellent laser work, and that's exactly what we were saying. He's been doing it all day long, consistently landing those rail shots, consistently picking up those kills, and that was just such a beautiful demonstration. Now it's up to Strengths though. Can he take out his fellow countrymen? He managed to take out Landfist. Landfist not the one I'm afraid of though. AKM is the danger man. Now he's going to turn his attention. Beautiful dodging. How on earth did he move through the air to get that right? Crew up on the right hand side. Managed to stay alive, keep himself in. There's 10 seconds on the clock left. Not landing the jumps as accurately as he was hoping to do this time round though. AKM and Crew, the last ones left. Beautiful point blank shot, misses it. Now they're going to push him down. Capture point is available. Crew's now been shut out. AKM on the tower, has to land 3. That's 1 so far. Can he follow it up? Can he keep ADK in this map? Lands the second shot. Strength seems to be panicking. Strength does not know what to do. He's standing up onto the point, starting the channel. Oh. He's run out of time. ADK, Shoot Mania, underdog legend #1. Single-handedly keeping his team in against 3 of the best Quake players in Europe.
Please don't make a comeback. I'm pretty sure we're having a repeat of something that happened earlier today, at least, where we saw it was Mercenary Ops versus Millenium. But it seems like Millenium this time have to try and hold off the comeback. Now moving up through mid, we do see Crow pushing forward, takes out Cypher. That was a lovely jump shot. Rockets coming in his way once more. He has spotted Strengths off to his left-hand side. A little worrying there that he's got Havoc right below him. Making his way, again, just over this little pathway, just trying to waste a little bit of time. Lands the shot onto Cypher. Are you kidding me? He's only got Havoc left. And Crow moving up onto the point. Rockets coming in. He has flown down. The pole takes a hit, takes a second one, but nails the shot onto Havoc. Are you kidding me? And this brings it back up to 5-4.
5-4 right now.
If Millenium don't win this round, it has to go to a 7. It has to go for the 2-round split situation.
This is insane. This is map number 2 out of 5. Map number 2 out of 5. The pressure is now on for Cypher. He's on the attacking run. But the thing is, ADK are on a roll. ADK have got all the energy. They've got all the life, the spirit they want to win. And Cypher misses his shot. Is that the sign of something? The reload time is too high. If this were Quake, that would have been a dead person because the Quake reload is slightly lower on that railgun. But unfortunately, the 2 seconds it takes for the laser to recharge means that one member of ADK managed to walk away with his life. 8 seconds on the clock before the capture is available. Cypher is desperately trying to find somebody. Eats 2 rockets in the ass before taking a reply kill onto Crew. Now he's moving forward. Beautiful shot through the air onto AKM. Manages to get shut down. 87% on the capture clock. We heard the horn. We heard the horn in game. And Cypher almost picking it up. ADK, they are still in this. ADK are still in the game.
Are you freaking kidding me, guys? Get this link out. Make sure that everyone is experiencing this. I cannot believe that they have brought this one back. We've got Landfist now on the attack. Can he actually put another point here on the board? He's already taken a hit early on. That's not a good start for him. Oh, takes a second one and a quick third, and that's Millenium. That's how they should be playing. That's how they should have done it 5 rounds ago.
Yep, that would have been it if it were 5 rounds ago. Unfortunately, though, Millenium need to pick one more up to be victorious. And if ADK can pick this one up, it does mean they're going to keep pushing this tiebreaker. They mean the first team to hit 8 rounds. And right now, though, Avik, 1 versus 3. He has that laser gun playing on the back foot. He hasn't taken early damage like we've seen earlier. We haven't seen that early point of armor loss walking into the rockets, but we got some pretty good crossfire. Pretty good damage coming out from the different champions. There goes the early point of armor. This defensive passive play not working out. Avik almost taking a second point. Now he's gone aggressive, moved up to these archways, run past the electrical fencing. Doesn't manage to find anybody just yet. There's some vision on a French player. Is he going to be able to do anything though? Misses the shot. 2 seconds on the recharge. Now it's up and available again. He cannot afford to miss those shots when the opportunities present themselves. AKM sitting on the flag, trying to defend. 10 seconds left to capture, but he still has 2 members to find, in fact. Does manage to pick up the kill onto AKM. Now is unfortunately, he manages to pick it up, in fact. Did manage to pick that one up. Just on the capture point, I actually thought he was going to die, and I'm not going to lie, my willpower was for ADK. But map number 2 goes to Millenium.
Ooh. And what did I say? I said it was going to be close, didn't I?
Yeah, that you did. That you did.
I didn't expect it to be that close, though. I did think once Millenium had such a lead that that they would be able to shut it down. Landfist, only one not winning around on attack for his team and only getting one actually defensive rocket. That's not so good. But hopefully be able to pick it up here on Solar Flare. One of the map where you walk up to the right-hand side, then go up to the defending spawn, and then get taken out trying to drop down into the camp points. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying it's going to happen.
Well, let's see if the exact route Millenium decide to follow, because I stand to be corrected. I think that's their exact strategy on this map. Strength is going to be... Oh, wait, we're in warm-up. I'm about to be casting a warm-up. That's how excited
You're getting very excited. It's like knife round in Call of Duty, like, quickly cast something that's not important.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the knife round either.
But in this time, though, guys, do feel free to check myself, Menace, and Quickshot out. Quickshot is at QU1KSH0T on Twitter, and I am at Menace, which is just MENNACE, 2 N's, because my name has got 2 N's in it, so I like to be special.
So, yeah, that's where you can follow us. That's when you find out what the next casts are. To Mr. Royches. What's up, buddy? I'm going to be poking you for any future Shoot Mania tournaments, and see if we can get a bit more involved in the casting as the game gets a little bit bigger. Of course, it is still in alpha build number 3. We're going to wait for it to go beta, wait for it to go a bit more public before we can really start pulling in some big viewer numbers. We've almost broached the 800 viewers today, and we're actually live into round number 1. We've missed 15 seconds of it. Compliments of our phenomenal camera staff. 22 seconds left on the clock. Strengths has got all the pressure in the world right now. The rail is his. He needs to secure these kills. Now he's in the pit. Managed to pick up the first one. That's against AKM. Each 2 rockets, 3 rockets. Followed up from Crew and from Landfist. And really nicely done there. Deserved first round for ADK.
Yeah, really converging in all at the exact same time. I mean, those rockets came from, I pretty want to say, 3 different locations at the same time. Really good way for them to start off the round. And now with AKM going on the attacking side, maybe get themselves right on here on the good foot. Has taken out Cypher. And I would love it if the cameraman would jump to point of view. As you can see there, he loves to fulfill my requests too. Oh, how? Lands the shot onto Avic. I'm not too sure how the hell that one connected. Only going up against Strengths now. Oh, just walks over Strengths. Are you kidding me? There wasn't even any competition in that round. I don't even think any rockets were favored, like shot in his direction. Just like, yeah, just stand still. I'm just going to pick you off easily.
So easy. It was like shooting fish in a barrel. If anybody doesn't know, there's an awesome shooting fish in a barrel video from a German comedian, but I can't remember the guy's name now. So that'll come to mind in a few seconds. Cypher's now on the offensive. He has his railgun up and running. And we're going to see whether or not he's going to be able to pick a round back on behalf of Millenium, because at the moment it's 2 maps for Millenium, 0 maps for ADK. They need to get on the board, but they're off to a very good start. That first lightning shot is missing completely. He does manage to shut down Crew. And exactly as Dennis has predicted, he's moved his way around the back, onto the spawn, into the top. And let's see if he's going to fall onto the rockets of death. That is the question. And don't forget those electrified water pits. Even if you only eat the single shot and it floats you up in the air, that is enough to secure your death. 15 seconds on the clock now to capture this point. Sprint, there's going to be a... Oh, I thought that was a hit, in fact. I don't know how that... What it was that lands a shot. Lost 1 point of armor, waiting for the recharge. Misses the point blank shot, down to 1 piece of armor. Time runs out. ADK go 3-0 in map number 3.
That one was around that I really felt that Millenium could try and bring back. You know, they kind of needed that one for the moral boost. But now sitting 3 rounds comfortably in the lead. And, you know, I kind of want to say Millenium are going to have the advantage on defense. But, you know, Crow's been doing some pretty good stuff here. Now, what I want to mention is, yeah, as I said, Millenium pretty much need to pick up this round. They need to start closing off the gap. They need to win at least 2 rounds on attack if they want to try and keep themselves in this one. But at the moment, it's just, I mean, it's not looking good. Strengths didn't have a great one to start with. And it's worrying for Millenium right now. But anyway, it looks like we are going for a new strat here. They're walking over the round to the right-hand side, then moving across spawn and then up the hill. Haven't seen this one before. So We will be seeing him jump up onto the wall. Oh, there's two players here on the cap point as expected. Millenium trying to hold this one off. Looks like he's trying to rush for that point. He runs onto it and is climbing up. Can he get it? Oh, and he has captured it. Are you kidding me? That was, again, just Millenium defense. Where are you? We need you on the board.
And it just looks like Millenium are just choking just a little bit here. You know, it was individual play that carried them in the first game, and now that we've hit the stage where they need the coordination, they need the teamwork, it's just not coming to shine. It's not stepping up. ADK find themselves 4-0 up on map number 3, but they need this map to stay in the game, and they need to win another 2 maps after this. The question is, do they have the staying power? Do they have the caliber required to defeat Avec, Strengths, and Cypher on 2 additional maps? 20 seconds on the clock. Avec is trying to find some peaks. Playing some COD-style jump shots, in fact. That's what it always reminds me of. Pro mod jump shots with that scope. And I want to know exactly whether or not they can do this, because, or whether or not he's actually going to land any shots. 7 seconds on the clock. Spammed a couple, but not managed to connect any just yet. They know where he is. Rockets from the left, rockets from the right. He's going to have to try jump across. Each one manages to take out AKM, though. And look at the damage, the shots coming out over from that spawn point. Got to be very, very careful, because if Avec does get in, it's going to be a 1 versus 1. He lands the shot. Is he going to be able to capture it? Stays on the point for a second. 69% of the timer runs out. Wow. Wow.
Strengths is just sitting there with his arm folded like, are you serious?
Wow,
are
wow,
you
wow.
actually serious?
Strengths cannot actually believe what is going on.
But, so now with Landfist, I mean, this is the final round for him. If he can win this one, by all means, then it closes it off. Or we could see a comeback. I'm just saying, there's still the possibility in there. Now Landfist trying to move up here on the right-hand side, going to make his way up onto the hill, try and clear out anyone here on the capture point. And has spotted Cypher in the incredible distance, and Cypher just landing those rockets to try and nudge Landfist. Sorry, Cypher landing the rockets just to nudge Landfist there off the hill. And Avec dodging a rail that had his name on it. Now making his way up towards the right-hand side, past the defending spawn. Now at the top of the hill, Cypher's right in front of him, and it looks like they're having a dance of guns. But Cypher coming out on top of this one, lands 2, and now trying to dive in onto that point. Goes up to 30% before he's shut down. The defenders grab the round, and 5-1.
Well, we've seen 5-0s being pulled back before. Can Millenium do it, though? That is the question. Can Millenium pull this one all the way back from 5-1 down to 5-7 in order to be victorious, or 7-5 rather? Now they have the attacking round. There is no room for error. No room for error at all. Strengths is now forced to put some pressure down on this lane. He misses the first shot. We do see Landfist moving very, very aggressively forward, moving towards that bridge. Strengths has now decided that's not the best plan of action, and his opposite movement there misses his shot. That could be crucial. That was the gap he was looking for. Second time round though, on the drop, manages to take out Landfist. Now it's up to Strengths. 1 versus 2, 3 points of armor still available. Capture point is almost there. Lands 1 rocket, huge from AKM. Crew lands the second, and AKM closes the map out. 6-1. Strengths applauding his fellow Frenchmen, giving them credit for a great map. And
with that now, as we see our 2 jacket guys just pointing out, that is now the final one. It will be 2-1, as pointed out by my... I was about to say co-caster, but I'm technically your co-caster. Not that it really matters.
Exactly.
My partner.
Ooh, baby.
Pointed out by my partner. And of course, the production crew have not updated the map scores just yet, so give them a second. Probably will be so. And now Crossroads. Now, Crossroads is... Yeah. I'm gonna... Again, I'm starting to favor the attacking side on this one. Sorry, the defending side on this one, actually. Because once again, I mean, the capture point is in a bowl. There's no real way around that. I mean, even if you have the height advantage sitting at the top of that, at the top of the walls on the building, it's still easy to be picked off. So, you know, I'm gonna go with defense on this one, and I think that ADK have got the advantage in defense.
And you know what? Their coordination is so much better, so I agree with that entirely. The question is, can they pick up the rounds on attack, though? Because they've had a couple of great runs. Crew and AKM standing out in that previous map with those laser guns just tearing people apart. So can they do it again? You know, can they actually get back into this this round, pick up the lead that they need, because they need a 2-point advantage to be able to close it out. 2 points of, no, first kill actually down, so Strengths is removed. AKM picking up a very, very early kill, in fact. Strengths was super far advanced. I didn't even see that shot going down. Compliments of the awkward third-person view. But now we've flicked over to the POV of AKM. He misses the second shot this time round. But AKM is the man to watch. AKM has definitely been leading from the front for his team. Takes 1 point of armor damage. No reply. Drops down into the tunnel. Going to commit to this one, and this is very, very brave. Manages to pick it up. Lost down to 1 armor. Cypher with the pressure. Cypher has to get 1 more hit to secure the round for his team. Capture point is now available. Cypher versus AKM. 1v1. Single shots. All that matters. Prediction, and it is huge! Huge from AKM. He comes around the corner, picks up that kill in great, great fashion. I think he hit the right shoulder of Cypher, but well played in round 1. Goes to ADK.
I don't get how he's so consistently good. I mean, Strengths, we know he's good, but I mean, even you can notice between his round-to-round plays, he's got his ups and downs. But defense or attack, AKM is just currently performing like an absolute beast. Seems like when the pressure's on for him, he's more than happy to perform. Starting off the round here, though, with Strengths, we'll be able to get the first rank there. Onto Landfist, takes out a quick second there onto AKM. And you got Crow left. Can he land the shot long range? Oh, he so wants to do it. The player is on the point. He's trying to move in there. Look, goes back up to the high ground. I think he's preferring that high ground advantage and the distance advantage, especially, of course, having the laser. Point's going to be opened up in a couple of seconds. Makes his way forward. Looks like he's trying to take 1 more shot. Oh, and he lands that shot before moving in onto that point. Didn't even need to cap it. And that brings it back to 1-1.
Really, really nice play. And strangely enough, after we were saying it's all about the defenders, first 2 rounds go in favor of the attackers. And some great, great lightning gun play. Laser gun. Damn it!
Letting slip, man.
The insta-give.
You're just not good as you used to be.
The insta-give weapon. I keep thinking, oh, great start from their crew once again showing. And it's not all about AKM. Opens up onto Cypher, and I don't know if I like this hyper-aggressive play. It hasn't worked out the 2 previous rounds, so why are you trying to force it again? Avec almost landing those rockets, but unfortunately not managing to connect this time round. Going to be forced backwards, so Crew in a 1 versus 2 situation. He has all 3 points of his armor up. Avec is now dropped back towards the flag point. He's trying to get in there. The developers call it the laser gun. That's what I'm going to try to remember. It's the laser gun or laser rifle. I'll have to double check. Rockets are down. Goal can now be captured. 13 seconds on the clock. Going to be pushing in. Crew misses the shot. Going to be taking on 2 challenges. Each 1 rocket to the face. Starts to capture. Manages to pick up the kill. Captures the goal. Captures the flag. While under pressure from 2 Millenium players. ADK. Come on, pick up the win. I want you to win this one.
No, they really are just showing a whole different class of play compared to their earlier games. I mean, they're just playing so strong and so convincing that I'm kind of struggling to believe that they actually came second to anyone. I mean, at this point in time, their teamwork and individual skill shining through so well. And really do feel that they are performing at their best. Now we do see that Cypher's going to be coming in. Looks like he's going to go around towards the left-hand side, jump over the bridge, make his way up the hill. He hasn't got anyone contending him just yet. He's seen a couple of rockets, but nothing too much to scare him off. No doubt there will be a player there on the cap. He runs across the walls. And he has spotted 1 on the cap, 1 off to his left-hand side, and 1 off to his right. He's got to be very careful now. He cannot start taking rockets at this point in time. Makes his way up to the point, takes 2 hits, third one inevitable, and up to 56% before him being shut down. And unfortunately, Millenium lose out on another round, and that puts it up to, 2-2.
I think it's 3-1. Yep, 3-1 at the moment. 3-1 in favor of ADK. They do have 1 map under their belt. They'll need to pick this one up to force the game to go to Archways, and Archways is map number 5. That is the preferred situation. Albeit after 8.5 hours of casting, it is pretty draining, so we'll have to stick around for this one. Landfist now, 1 versus 3. He has that laser gun in hand. He has to find Strengths, Avec, and Cypher. The French, Belarusian, and Pole are hiding somewhere on this map, waiting. Rocket launchers primed and ready. Try and shut down the Frenchman of Landfist. Can he actually succeed? That is the question. Running around, trying to pick some kills. Misses the first shot. They know where his position is now. Wow, so close to catching that rocket. Avik and Cypher sitting camping on the spot, but 10 seconds to find 3 people. If he misses any of these shots, it's going to cost him the round, and I think that's too little too late. 1, 2, 3 hits, doesn't manage to kill anybody out. Just took too long trying to get in there, and unfortunately missed that clutch necessary shot. So he wasn't able to pick up the round.
Yeah, now moving forward. Once again, just checking out the guys in jackets, because we do love the French casters. Of course, we're massive buddies. We always go drinking on Sunday nights down at the pub, wearing suspenders only. Guy on the right agrees, shaking his head. Yeah, that's how it is. Sometimes with jelly too. 25 seconds already into the round, or sorry, into the round, but only left, as it does seem we joined this one a little bit late. We have seen that Avik has wandered around a little bit towards the spawn side before falling back towards the left-hand side, going towards that cap point. He has already taken 1 shot of armor damage, but I hope it doesn't deter him too much. Of course, it means that there's just 1 more less shell he can take if he goes off for that 3-on-3 engagement. Now, not landing anything just yet, utilizing those rocket boots to just hold him up in the air for a little bit, so they can't really predict his falling. Very well played there from Avik. Unfortunately, he takes another hit. Only 1 more rocket to come in his direction. He will go down. Takes out 1, can't land the second, and with only Crow down, that means that we will be seeing a 4-2 scoreline in favor of ADK.
So they're still maintaining those 2-point lead. That is what they need. That is what they need for the victory. And if they don't continue